What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Simsational Gent. I am the Simsational Gent. My name is Sean C. 1 second. Sorry about that. I was having some technical difficulties, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't have the mic echoing and stuff like that. How you all doing today? So, look, I know you guys saw the title to the live stream where I asked the question, is our society doomed? So today we're going to talk about a number of things, right? We're going to talk about human nature and what's been going on with us as people, as a society. We're also going to talk about the things that we are doing to cause our own extinction. And then the last thing is we're going to talk about or explore, is it too late? Is it too late to save us? Are we doomed as a species, as a people? Maybe it's just as a country. I don't know. But there are a lot of factors that are affecting or will affect a lot of people around the world in a lot of different places. So I think that we should look at that and touch on that today. We will be doing that. Um, Also, I just want to put out, we also have another channel, Simsational Fitness and Wellness. And there, we try to bring to you fitness and fitness news, fitness information, tips and tricks from just a normal perspective. Okay. I know that there's a lot of fitness channels out there right now, and they're promising you this, and they promise you that. And really and truly, a lot of those things on those channels or the fitness stuff you come up with, it's achievable. It really is. But for the average everyday person, it may not feel achievable, right? And so that's why on that channel, I'm just giving you things that have worked for me. I was in the military for a very long time. I've trained a lot of people. I've helped a lot of people reach their fitness goals. And at this point in my life, I'm maintaining. I know I still look good for my age. I don't care what y'all say. Okay, your boy is doing his thing. All right. And and so I want to make sure that you guys check it out. The link is going to be in the description. Okay. And then additionally, um, I also will be promoting or something else that we promote here on the Simsational Gent is we also have our actual merch, our t-shirts and stuff, right? So we have the hoodie, right? And then we have our living my best life t-shirt. That's the ladies one right there. You also can have a tank top. I think that's the ladies tank top for if you want to go work out with that one. And then, right, you got the men's tank top to go work out in, right? Right, got another style of t-shirt for the ladies. And then additionally, you have the actual t-shirt there. So this one right here is the ladies t-shirt. This here is the men's t-shirt. So you guys make sure, check that out. The link for it is down in the description right now in our shop there at Teespring. So make sure you check it out. And then let me get back. Excuse me, everybody. Let me get back. I don't even know where. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to find my cursor, right? I'm looking across the way. That cursor look tiny as heck, okay? That cursor is tiny as heck. Let me get back to my screen here. How y'all doing? How you doing? Okay. Let's get to the comments right quick. I'm all kind of messing up. So right now we do shout outs on this show. If you come into the show and you lend your voice, I want to give you a shout out because without you guys supporting this channel, we wouldn't be as far as we are. And honestly, this channel has a lot more to grow, but I hope you guys really appreciate these chats that we have, and again, the purpose of the Simsational Gent, right, is for us to basically find and fulfill our purpose so that we can live our best lives. And that's the thing right there, right? You have to find fulfillment. You have to find your purpose. If you don't have that, you're probably just running around. You're probably just trying to figure life out day to day. And there's something else I'm going to talk about along with that, a very powerful lesson I learned today. And I think you all going to be excited. So let's go on and get to the chats so I can see who up in here. Okay, so earlier we had Healthy Tally. All right, how you doing? I don't know if you're still around, but thank you for showing up. We got Mr. Michi, Wanda. How you doing? Yes. Hey, great seeing you, Wanda. I love that video. Check out her channel. So the recent video she just had is where she had her kids, where she was, providing structure to them and giving them chores and stuff. And I think I put in the chat, Wanda, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I put in that chat, this is sorely needed right now. And I think that unfortunately we live in a society where these kids get influenced by their electronics and what they see, and they know more than us. And let's face it, they have all the knowledge of Solomon at their fingertips. They have everything right there at their fingertips. So of course they think they know more than you. Okay. And actually, I want to almost do an own episode just on that. But thank you, Wanda, for what you do. Those kids need that sorely, and we need them to be that. We need them to have that. We also have Neil. My boy Neil, I have a story to tell. Make sure you check out his channel. He'll give you everything about the gig economy, talking about Lyft, Uber, DoorDash, all those things, right? If you're thinking about getting in that economy or you're in it, that guy has the experience. That's his money makers. Go ahead and check that out. The other thing is daily encouragement. And just a little word for the day for somebody that can relate, just a normal guy like you that's going through it. Wanda, Neil, do your thing, brother. Do your thing. And then we also have Karen. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. Go check out one. I keep saying one. Sorry, because I keep thinking about that video. It was so good. Karen, go check out Karen M's channel, House of Chill. Right? You're not going to regret it. They're doing music and just talking about subjects. It's a real place you can listen to music. Typically, it's a little bit later at night. So if you're not doing anything, you just want to listen to music, talk to some people, feel a sense of community, you want to make sure you go to Karen M's House of Chill. Okay? All right. Who else we got in the house? We have Eleanor. Eleanor elaborates. Okay, Eleanor is doing some good stuff right now in college, so she's a little busy, but please check out her channel where she does all kind of stuff, covers, basically put together stuff, show you her lifestyle. And I think that you all will really appreciate it, right? It's a good channel. Go ahead and check her out. And so we have anybody else in the house? All right, we good for right now? Okay. Look, let me tell you something. Thank you again to all the people that's here in the chat. Like I couldn't do this without you guys. And and I want to thank Karen specifically. There was one day that I was doing this chat or doing this live stream or doing one of my live streams. And then I went from like having a few people in there, which you can work with. I can work with a few people, right? Went from like I could see it on the screen. It went from like a few people to no people. And this was around the first times I was doing a live stream. And I remember that I just felt deflated in that second, right? And I think it takes a while to update to know who was in it and who isn't and all that stuff like that. But Karen was like, I'm still here. And I was like, man, you know what? If I'm talking to one person, I felt good. And that actually helped me get through that live stream. But it also, and a lot of people actually showed up later, or a number of people started showing up later. But the big thing was, now when I do these live streams, I have everything that I want to talk about down. I'm going to talk about it regardless if anybody's watching or not. And I know that a lot of people watch it later. So I hope it is a blessing to you if you're watching as a pre-recorded video or if you're here joining me in the chat today. Because we do have a lot of things to talk about today, you people. People, we have a lot of things to discuss. Before I go ahead and get too deep, before I get in that topic, let's stay in intro for a second, okay? Let me see, I said there's another comment. I want to acknowledge something real quick. Oh, let's see what we got. Yeah, those times are hard. It's part of being a creator. Yes, it is. When you don't know if you have anybody listening, but again, I've always maintained the mindset is if one person gets something from it, that gives me a lot. And so again, that particular day, when Karen was there for me, when I didn't see nobody else there, it actually just gave me a boost and it said, you know what, you keep doing this. And I believe that particular live stream wind up actually getting more views later. So that is what it is. And another shout out. We have Brick Girls Go Stateside, the Lucy. How are you doing today? Make sure you go check out Brick Girls Go Stateside channel. I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna regret it. They give us basically their experiences as being British ladies here in America and the differences, and also a whole bunch of other interesting and funny things. And I love the way their channel is because the way they lay it out, you always get something from it. You always get some information. You always get entertainment. So I'm very appreciative of all these friendships that I've made in here and for you all being here. Okay, now listen, I'm about to switch camera views because I want to show y'all something. I think y'all going to be thoroughly surprised. Okay, I hope that you guys, y'all going, why did I get that intro off the screen? What am I doing? What kind of production are you running here, Sean? Okay, I even dressed up real nice to make sure that I look good for you guys because I wanted to make sure that that I got, that I presented this in the best light possible. I did this for you guys because it is hot as hell in this room. I even closed all the windows and turned on the AC so I can get it cooler, okay? Because I'm a hot boy, okay? Understand. Look what I got today. You guys can't see? Yes, my copy of Will came out, okay? My copy of Will Smith's book came out today, and I got to tell you all that I've already read a little bit of it, and it is so very exciting because from the opening pages of this book, it's probably one of the most powerful lessons that I think, we all know some of these lessons, but when you hear it a certain way, don't you need a little encouragement? Neil got his daily encouragement. Don't y'all need a little encouragement sometime? You like, look, I know these things and I'm strong and I'm holding these burdens and I'm doing all this stuff. But sometimes you need a word to kind of pick you up a little bit, okay? To make you inspired, just to give you a little bit more. All right. And just the lessons that I got off of the intro to this book was absolutely fantastic. Okay. And I'm going to read this book over the next day or so, which is pretty thick. I'm a pretty slow reader. Let me show y'all real quick. I pull a Mr. Johnson here. Okay. I got to put these readers on to see what's going on over here. Okay. So I'm going to put them readers on. I'm going to go ahead and figure out what's in this book. But I can tell you guys again from the opening, not even the first chapter, it's the preamble to the chapter. And it allows you, the one thing I got from that opening chapter, from that book, or from this book, is the fact that you can understand why Will Smith is so successful, right? It's not because of ego or anything like that. It's an ethic, it's a work ethic that was put in this man, and he gives you a lesson. And it's a very powerful story and lesson. So look, I'm not getting paid for this, but go ahead and check that book out. I'm telling you right now, if the rest of the book is as powerful as what I just read, I think we're going to be in good place. Let's see what's going on in the chat. I don't want to forget about you guys because this show is about you all. Karen says, I've always tried to have your back, Sean. That's kind of how we met. Yeah, that's exactly right. Karen, we met through watching another channel together, another show together, where we wanted, I think we just felt something was wrong. And I think that, I think it was Jamal, right? We were both listening to Jamal's podcast, and I think that that's how we met. And I think that, like, we just know that something's wrong with this, right? We know something is wrong with this. And I think I bring that up here in this, what I'm going to talk about today. And I think we just, we feel like, man, we deserve better than this. We're getting treated like crap, and that goes into this discussion today. So I really appreciate that, how we met and how we've been able to maintain our friendship. Neil says, I really understand about having no one on live. Just keep going. Yeah, man, I know. I've popped in and then, you're trying to wait to get people in there. I've been there with you, brother. I've seen it. And I've always tried to be there for you when I can. You know what I mean? Because you supported me and you've been nothing but an upstanding friend, man, and somebody that I have really appreciated along my YouTube journey. We talk all the time. All right. And then Lucy says, thanks for the lovely shout out. No, thank you for being here. Okay. Thank you for bringing your presence here. Okay. You're all good. Okay. I appreciate you, Lucy. No, thank you very much. You support as much as possible, and I appreciate you with that. Let's see what else is going on. Karen is trying to make me blush today by telling me how handsome I look. And I will take that, Karen, because, your boy tried, Again, it's very hot in this room. I'm not gonna lie. If the fan wasn't so loud while I was filming, I'd have that going. I don't know why. Like my daughter always told me this room was hot, but now it is the production studio of the Sensational Gent. So I ain't about to turn back from there. I think I always need a two-bedroom now, so I can go ahead and have my own production facts. And then Eleanor also agrees with Karen. You look great. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm blushing, y'all. And you can tell by this red light. I could not get that red hue off of me. But maybe I'm just blushing, so we don't know. Facts. I need that sometimes. We all do. All right. Karen says yes, and a couple others. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's absolutely correct, Karen. Yes, we have. Yes. And then Neil says, yes, you were always there. My friend always will be, man. I'm a very loyal friend. I believe that it's hard being friends with me, but once you are and you prove that you're there over time, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to ask you for anything, but I will be there as much as I can. I do tend to go off on my own. I tend to go radio silent. That's just who I am, right? I grew up as an only child. I'm not an only child, but I grew up as an only child. And I've just, everything along my life has just led me to this place of what I feel at times is solitude. But it also has made me stronger. I don't dwell on and say, oh, I'm alone. I'm so alone. Nobody don't love me. I don't do all that, right? I don't go ahead and cry about it. If anything, I don't feel lonely or alone anymore. Because even when no one's around, I know I got you guys. Even just having this conversation, I'm not lonely right now just because y'all not in the room. Y'all are in the room with me. Y'all right here. And I appreciate every one of you guys. Okay? Let's go on and get into this. Because I've done enough rambling and talking. It's already 17 minutes. We haven't even started the subject. That's good because I don't want to belay and stay on these topics too long, but I do want to give y'all a good word today. So listen, in terms of the title of this, is our society doomed? It is really hard for me, man, not to think that it is in some level. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling with what to come up with to talk about. And I always come up with the topics, not like, weeks ahead and stuff like that. I can't plan it because too many things happen. And so what I start doing is I kind of plan these topics based off the theme of the week, the things that I've seen, the things that I would like to relay to you guys. Again, the Sensational Gent is about finding our purpose so we can live our best lives. And so once you start realizing why I'm here, right? I am here to just put thoughts in your head about that, right? Just tell you my experience and show you from my actual example. And that's only going to keep going. You guys are going to see me do some great things. I am not saying if, it is when. And I hope that you all who are here now and who are watching will follow me through this journey. And I know you guys will. I'm not even worried about that. But look, there's some things that just troubled me this week. That just, I don't know, I'm just looking at a whole bunch of stuff. Now, if you remember from the video I did this week, I talked about Will and Jada's relationship. Let me tell you all that Sean does not really care per se, right, about, excuse me, you all. I have to plug, I am so sorry. I have to plug this in. My camera's gonna die. I meant to do that before oh my God, I can't believe I almost forgot that, y'all. I am so sorry. Production miscue. Okay, let's make sure it's charging. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. All right, my camera was about to die, y'all. I can't believe it. I knew I was forgetting something. You know what I mean? I need a production design person. I need some help over here, okay, people? Look, I brought that up because I don't care about talking about the stars, right? Really and truly, that's where I'm at. But you know what? People gravitate toward that. I know you guys, we all, check each other's channels out. We all make sure that we check up and look at what's going on with each other and we support each other. But for you all who are watching this as a pre-recorded video, or maybe you haven't come to the Sensational Gent, what you will realize is that I talk about these things because I know that we look at these stars and we feel an attachment to them. So their lives aren't like our lives. However, there are things that go on in their lives that we can all relate to, things that we can learn from. And that's why I bring these up. And so what I see is the pattern that I see in Will and Jada's relationship is trouble that's going on in everyone's relationship. And I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit. Okay. And then The other thing I noticed was people's attitudes. You know, I have a friend, actually, that's another story. So you have people's attitudes, and then I start seeing how people, you know, talk to each other and how people, you know, everyone has a comment. You know, it's like what they say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, right? So, you know, it's like, you know, I see all this, I hear all this, I hear the way people just talk to each other cold. There is like, you know, like as a dude nowadays, you can't even open a lady's doors. Like, I got it. I don't need nobody to, like, wow, calm down. Like, maybe I'm opening because I don't want to slam on you. You know what I mean? And or maybe I'm just being someone that's nice. I'm not gonna even call it being a gentleman anymore because nobody even, you know, everybody thinks it's dead. So why can't I just be nice? Well, nobody can be nice nowadays because there is no one that's nice nowadays. Okay. Everyone is just uninformed about a lot of stuff, right? So everybody goes in their echo chambers and they find the information that makes and correlates to what they know and what they feel, instead of maybe looking outside the box and say, okay, why does this person have a different opinion? Why does this person think differently than me? Why? Why are we at odds with each other? Is it because there's a reason to be at odds with each other? Or is there something more sinister going on? Is there something that's being driven and pushed on us that is dividing us, right? So what I'm saying is, in nuclear engineering, and that's what I used to do as a profession, you had to ask yourself questions, and it's called having a questioning attitude, which nobody has. Everybody knows everything. I don't claim to know everything. I'm just talking to you guys. I'm just presenting the way I feel and the way I think. And the reason why I have this chat is to see what you guys are doing, to see how you guys, what you all think. That's why I have the chat. I want to know what you guys think so that we can have a robust discussion. And maybe we can take this discussion out to somebody else. Maybe somebody that is watching this has I never looked at it that way. Or maybe somebody watching is like, I disagree, and for this reason. I'm like, okay, well, good. Hopefully we get educated or edified by each other. We can't do that no more. Everybody here is in their own little corners, right? And nobody wants to talk to each other. Everybody wants to yell. Everybody wants to cancel voices. Everybody wants to cancel dissent without understanding why a person might feel and think that way. The other thing is, again, there's no sympathy. Nobody seems to care anymore. Everybody's like, I'm out for me, and that's it. Has that been any different than any time in the world? No, but right now we're starting to see income disparities that are affecting people's lives. Let me tell you, I just watched a video today, and on that video, it was a shot of Oakland, California, and a section of it that has this large homeless population. And I will tell you that I will have that video out soon. I want to do a dive and talk about that. And I think if you guys like that homeless video I made about the homeless veteran that there was some people of kindness that got in my house, if you guys think that was an awesome story, I'm not going to lie to you. This one may make you feel a little sad, but I wanted to make you and spark something in you that's going to help you be a part of the change. It's going to help you look within yourself and say, am I being selfish? Not that you have to do something, but am I being selfish in terms of, is my life bad? Okay. Some people are like, man, woe is me, woe is this. Like, man, you have a roof over your head, you have food in your stomach. So how is it that we don't have any sympathy or empathy or any of these things that we should have as people? I believe we should have them, because that is what makes us different from animals and beasts. It's because we can ration and we can think and we have this empathy. How is it that animals have more empathy than people do right now? Wow, I went on a long rant. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Cocktail Tony, thank you for being here. Oh my God, I appreciate you being here, my friend. And let me tell you guys, check out Cocktail Tony, his channel. You won't regret it. Okay, he is funny. I mean, look, I'm not funny. That dude is funny. Okay, Cocktail Tony will make cocktails with you. He's just jovial and just makes you feel good watching, and I really appreciate it. And then he says same thing since 2016. Yep, been saying the same thing since 2016. Absolutely. All right, everybody's saying hi to Tony. Eleanor says, yeah, people often want to fight. I always feel different as I hate conflict. Listen, people that just often want to fight, it's like the bully at school. People that just often want to fight, that has more to do with them and their insecurity than it has to do with you. Does it make sense? Unless you're just wrong, because some people just need to get slapped. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? Yeah, we're adults here. Yes, Eleanor, as Lucy says, yes, Eleanor, a lot of keyboard warriors. You know what, Lucy? My uncle had said that a while back. He was telling me like how somebody had told him something. He's like, look, this is where I'm at. Come find me. I'm right here, right? Keyboard warriors. Now, I'm not saying call out people and tell them to come to your house to fight you because they said something or whatever. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, words have as much power as we allow them to have. Okay, but they are powerful. Don't get me wrong. All right. Eleanor says there are a lot of good stories out there of people helping janitors who didn't have ways to school, people buying cars for them. I wish there was more stories of kindness than conflict. Eleanor, I will promise you that one thing that I will be doing here on the Sensational Gent is that I will be having those feel good stories too, but I also have to be real. I want to put the stories out that don't make you feel good. Right? The good stories like, oh, that's nice, right? People don't want to hear that. And it's unfortunate. People want the grime and stuff. I don't know, like you guys who've been rocking with me for a while, you might have heard the story that after my car accident, which is coming up on 7 years ago, and I will do an episode about it because I like to celebrate the fact that I'm still alive and I'm actually talking to you guys almost 7 years later. I should not be here, but I am. But I try to tell you guys that after my car accident, that's when I started my Instagram page, my personal Instagram page. And on my personal Instagram page, I was doing positive stories. I was hiking in waterfalls. I was taking young men and taking them out, showing them that they can go out and do these things instead of, being, drinking and finding bad ways to deal and cope with their stress, because people in the military have a lot of stress and those young men need guidance, and those young men have stress and they don't know how to deal with it. So I was able to do that. So I had all this stuff on my Instagram, had all this stuff for you all to see, and I get a few likes here, get a few likes there, stuff like that. But then I moved here to Vegas, and then I went out to a club one night, and then there was a little person dancing on a stripper. And I videotaped it, and I put that on the same channel. And you know what happened? That, for a while, not now, but for a while, was the most viewed video that I'd ever produced. Yes, very frustrating. So it's hard to really just put out all of the feel good stuff because nobody wants to hear it. And so, yeah, yesterday was hard for me as there was a shooting in my neighborhood at home, and a congressional candidate has been shot at twice in less than a month. Oh my God. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of bad stories. There's a lot of bad stories. Eleanor, I grew up in New Orleans. Before I went to the military, we were the murder capital of the world. And every day, like the news every day was somebody getting shot, somebody getting killed, somebody getting robbed. There was more murders on the year than there were days of the year. So every day somebody got murdered. Okay, this is before I left to go to the military. And then I moved to some other places where when the news came on, they were talking about kissing kittens and stuff. They were talking about kissing, kissing kittens, playing with kittens and kissing babies and walking old ladies across the street. That was on the news, and I was like, I've never seen any news where this is real. Like, this is more like TV news. No, it was real. That was the news that they had. I'm not saying that they didn't have those things happen, but those things were few and far in between reported. Okay, and I came from a place where you only saw the bad. So I know, Eleanor, I've lived it. Matter of fact, I almost didn't live it. I'll talk about that one day. I actually should make a video on all the times I almost died. That'd be a good story time. Let me know if in the chat if y'all want to see me make a video on the 7 to 10 times I almost died. I think, and each of them have their own little stories there. You know what I mean? So, I got to go on to the. Let me get back to what I was talking about. All right. Today there's a lot going on, right? Something that again, I'm looking at the news, and you start looking at it, and you have a young man on trial who basically went to another state, right? Kyle Rittenhour, he's on trial right now for killing 2 people. He was in another state, brought his weapon, and then discharged it on people, right? You have that story going on. I just read a story about inflation going up. You're reading all these stories about troubles in relationships. You're starting to, all that's going on, right? People are hurting right now, right? You have people, a friend of mine is about to say the story that I was talking to right before I came on the live stream. She started her own business. And here it is. She's making these prices based upon, her labor, right? She builds like islands, like breakfast islands and I call them cutting boards, but they're serving trays, right? Serving stuff. And she started this business, and she's telling what the prices are, and then you got people trying to haggle her down off of what her prices. Like, if she comes down to prices, she's not going to be able to survive. If everybody just haggled the prices, it'd be unsustainable for her to live off of without that. You see what I'm saying? Especially in a new business. We shouldn't be trying to short people. I understand that we want to get deals, but when you have a person that has their business that they started, who wants a shortcut? I have a friend who goes to work full time, and she has her little print shop business. And I'm gonna actually talk to her. I might start linking it in there. If you guys need anything screen printed, shirts, cups, mugs, anything, she can do it, right? Tell her something custom that you want, and she'll do it. But I'll link it. It's called Designs by Destiny, and there's designs with a Z, by Destiny. Okay, so I'll start linking that. Next time we come past, right? I'll talk to her about it. But what if she got a hookup? Then her business wouldn't thrive, right? So we just have a lack of empathy. I just watched that homeless video, and I'm telling you, I watched that man go in there with preconceived notions about these homeless people. And then as he actually talked to them and got their stories, he realized that not everybody was there because of drugs. Not everybody was there because they was on their own accord. You had people that had good jobs. You had people that would work in doctors' offices, and you had people that actually was working. They're working poor. And again, we'll talk about that when I create this video. I hope you guys will watch it, because I will tell you it'd be very illuminating. Okay, let's see what's going on in this chat. And listen, I can't watch the news anymore in Chicago. It's always so depressing. Yeah, Chicago has a lot of crime too, so it does get depressing. Karen says she can't either. Lucy says, I hate when people haggle small businesses and artists too. We need to start respecting and valuing the work these people do. Absolutely, Lucy. We do, because these people work hard for the little bit they're getting. It's not like there's some big company. It's not you going to Amazon. No, you don't haggle Amazon for prices. You just go ahead and click and you pay. Or you compare and you buy. If you don't want to buy something from a small business owner, then don't do it. If it's something you like, then pay them. Listen, I like to go out. Y'all know your boy likes to party. I more would be hanging out with Cocktail Tony, having a cocktail, okay, just chilling. But if you're going to go out and you're going to be someplace, and the bartender, I am a bartender, right? And you go somewhere and a bartender takes care of you, don't try to stiff me and, like, look, I mean, I'm not saying you got to tip me a whole bunch of money, but man, if you can't tip me a dollar or so, a drink or so, a dollar a drink, then you shouldn't be out drinking. You ain't got no money. Okay, that's the same thing. We have these people creating stuff by hand that's created their business, putting in time, effort, work, sweat, blood, tears. And you can't just pay them a little tip, then you don't need to be doing whatever you're doing, okay? Who else we got here? Flowers, eggs, and East. Hi, Sean. Hello, Lord. Cocktail Tony. Big girls. I'm here with Cam. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. You guys got here. I know you all are always busy on Wednesdays, so I really appreciate it. And thank you for coming to the Simsational Gent experience, okay? Because it is an experience. I've gone on several rants, so I don't know how many of those you've heard, but probably the drinking that helped me. No, I didn't drink. That's right. I have my Superman cup. Y'all already know. Wait, did that green show through? Oh, that's right. Okay. But y'all know when I got the Superman cup. Powerful stuff in there. Okay. This is for Cocktail Tony for showing up, and all the rest of you guys. Let's see what we got here. Now, New Jersey is the murder capital. Wow, I did not know that. Thank you for telling me that, Wanda. I didn't know that. Eleanor says, yeah, I hate how people haggle small businesses. I try to support local business on my channel. You see that. Absolutely. Keep doing that. All right. So look, there's all these things that's going on. Human nature. Is this human nature? Is it just in us to be this destructive and not caring? Is it for us not to care? Look, I can sit here and you can say, well, I like my tribe and this, that, and the third. But have y'all, like, and I'm not talking to people that's necessarily collectively in the chat, but I'm saying, I'm talking to you all out there in TV land. Some of y'all don't even like your own people. By show of hands, people, how many of y'all don't even like have family members you don't talk to? Oh, am I the only one? Oh, my bad. It happens. We can't even get along. We can't even agree. What has happened that we've gotten to this point? Do we blame TV? Do we blame Facebook? I saw an article today about how Facebook, people think Facebook should be regulated by the government. And it's like, and some of these people that was in the survey don't even believe in government regulations like that. So at what point you don't agree with government regulations or you do? See, there's a lot of people double talking. There's a lot of people double speaking. There's a lot of people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. But does Facebook have some culpability about some of the things going on? Yes, but you also have culpability. Cut it off. Stop looking for likes. Stop trolling for likes. Stop waiting for people to just accept you when you can't even accept yourself. Are we causing our own extinction? I've pondered on this, you guys. Look, let me tell y'all something about me. I like to think about deep topics like this. A lot of people don't. You just want to go on with your life. You'll go ahead and watch hours and hours of TV, but you won't even contemplate what's going on right now. That makes you complicit. It makes you complicit in the destruction. It makes you complicit in the degradation. It makes you complicit in the inability for people to step up and change because you won't change. Listen, I've lived in 7 states and I've been to 40 of them. I've done 5 cross-country road trips and 4 of them were moves. I've been all over this country, people. I've been to hundreds of cities. My next goal, obviously, is for when I start traveling the world full time. And again, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of those future videos here on TSG. That's how you know you've been like doing this for so long, just rattle it off, bam, like that. I know y'all feel me on that one, okay? It's a lot going on, right? I bring up the travels for one thing, living around in 7 different states around this country, is that I used to tell the weather, I could predict it to a T. When I lived in Seattle, when it's November, it already started raining like half a month ago. Okay, maybe a month ago, it started raining in Seattle. And it's going to rain on and off pretty much for 300 days until about somewhere in April or May. And then you're going to get one of the most gorgeous summers you ever get for about a month or so. And that's about it. And the cycle repeats itself. But this summer, that whole area was burning on fire. New Orleans had Hurricane Katrina. You all saw that devastation. You all saw that destruction. And even if you were young, some of the people here might be young and may not have seen the full devastation. But I lived in New York at the time. And then I'm watching it on TV. I'm watching all this stuff happen. And I was getting ready for my engineering board. And for 5 days straight, I didn't hear from my mom. So I'm watching the bodies on piling up on TV. I'm watching them X and Mark's houses. I'm watching people on the roofs. And I'm a mess. An absolute mess. And here it is, this year, we had just as powerful of a storm. Now, it did some destruction in certain parts of Louisiana, okay? It did. But it was another storm that was just as powerful. And that's not the end of it. We got this pandemic. The pandemic. People done lost their minds, man. I'm not going to talk about that. I don't want to get into that because people got their feelings one way or the other. I'm not here to argue that point. I'm trying to say that it's changed a lot of things, but it's also changed the way we act toward each other. People were already getting riled up, but they're getting even more riled up. Everything riles everyone up. Everything causes people to feel these things. Everybody I got this anger. And it probably has nothing to do with me or you. That homelessness I told y'all about. The story is heartbreaking. I'll get to that when I do that video. I just read about the inflation. It's some of the worst inflation since 1991 or something like that. And it's because of the supply chain around the world and in the country is all backed up. All right? We have people that have the inability to make a living wage. Something else another article I read, right? Another facts that I saw on the living wage thing. It is now official. If you make minimum wage in this country, no matter where you're at in the country, you will not be able to afford a 2-bedroom apartment on minimum wage. I talked about that on a previous live stream. People can't even afford to pay their rent. Okay, so let's say you got enough money to pay your rent. Nobody talks about you got to eat. Nobody talks about you got to get back and forth to work. Nobody talks about the little things that cost money that you don't know about. And God forbid, half of the Americans that don't have $400 in their account for an emergency. People can't take care of themselves. We have a negative birth rate because now we got arguments between men and women. Count yourself lucky if you have somebody right now. Go ahead and kiss them and tell you appreciate them. And make that thing work. Because men and women aren't getting along right now in this country when it comes to dating and what the expectations are. And I'm tired of going to YouTube and you see the short show and everything in there. I don't mind looking at some feel-good stories. You know, for a while I was looking at little animal stories and stuff like that. That kind of stuff is cute. You know, you see that stuff real cute. You that new animal. I can't go to the YouTube short shelf without seeing somebody shaking their butt on it or half naked. I don't want to see that. I mean, it's not bad to see, but I don't want to see that. Like everything, every story, you willing to just compromise yourself, or you don't feel like it's compromise, I can do what I want. But you're just trying to get a million views, so you just do whatever it takes. Let's go to the chat. Because this all is about you guys, not me. Where am I at? All right, nobody else chatting? Let's see what Eleanor is saying. There's been a lot of dysfunction in my father's family. Yep. Yeah, people don't take responsibility for their own action. It's childish, very. Yeah, I heard about that. There's someone on my cohort from Louisiana. Yeah, man, a lot of people was going through a lot of stuff. You know? Some of the stuff that happened in Katrina still affects people to this day. Right? Katrina was a good opportunity for them to take the people that lived in that city The people that made the flavor, the love of the city, people who fight for it. The Saints was a losing team forever. And people loved that team despite the losses. That team, I try not to like get too in my feelings about it because I don't want to catch a heart attack. Because it will make you have a heart attack from week to week. Okay? Tired of watching it. Tired of almost dying every week. Okay? I want to pose another question to you guys. Are we doomed? Are we doomed? Fair question. We don't seem to care. We don't prioritize what's going on right now with this, with our environment. We don't tend to prioritize how we treat each other. We don't tend to prioritize our relationships. We don't tend to prioritize our self-respect and dignity and our worth. We don't tend to prioritize our neighbor and loving them as we love ourselves. We don't tend to prioritize that people outside of our personal friend circle may need us. We don't prioritize the fact that every act of kindness that we show another person could be helping them that day. Everybody, and I didn't even bring this up, I just thought about it, I didn't write this on my page, but everybody's going through some type of mental health struggle right now. Everybody's suffering from depression. Everybody's suffering from feeling alone or afraid or unsure of themselves. Everybody's on some medication for something. Let's see what the chat says real quick. Lucy says, my short shelf has been very uninspiringly lately too. I don't know why. Yeah, I didn't pick none of these videos. I didn't pick none of these videos where I want to go ahead and see people shake their stuff. It'd be different if I was clicking on videos looking for that. Like, oh, let me see this. Let me see what you got. I didn't look for none of that. And now it's just popping up because they have 1 million views and a lot of people like it. So I got to watch it too. Eleanor says, yeah, people do some dumb stuff for fame. Like I heard people pull the fire alarm in my building to get famous on TikTok. Man, I think I wrote this down, but I don't know if I said it right. People are stupid. People are doing dumb stuff for attention. I mean, like, look, I want y'all to think about it. Let's pull this onion back real quick. Let's pull the scab off this thing. People are so desperate to get famous. Nobody realizes the work. The work. Nobody wants to put in the work. They want it easy. They want it to come now. They want it to come fast. I need it this way. I need it that way. I've worked hard most of my life to do everything that I'm at right now. I heard somebody say, oh, you're lucky. You get to do this and your life is this way and you get to go ahead and sit and make these YouTube videos. Must be nice. Huh. Yeah. You weren't there when I had to put in the work. You weren't there when I had to put in the extra time. You weren't there when I had people doubt me. You weren't there when I was under that water, missing my family. You weren't there when I was missing my friends. You weren't there. You weren't there. You just wasn't there. You know, I'm sure there's some people I've had contention with. I'm sure if I ever became famous, I'd have to hear from them people. Oh, you know, I didn't like him, or I don't think he worked that hard anyway. The haters will pop out. I know they're going to come. I know they're coming. And I would say to them this, and if you're watching, I want you to hear me out really, really well. You sit there and you judge me. You rather judge me than to understand me. You rather have judged me in that moment when you're supposed to be my brother instead of figuring out what's really going on. Don't sit here and tell me you was there when I can tell you you wasn't. And despite what you think about me, I'm making it anyway. Okay? Because let me tell you, everyone, no matter what you wind up doing, if it's fulfilling your purpose and it makes you happy and it's making your time here better on this plane of existence, on this planet where you're at right now, okay? And it doesn't matter what the rest of the people think about what you're doing, okay? But some of this stuff that people are out here doing isn't making them better. Why is it you have people doing all this stuff that they think is in their best interest, or they're going for this fame, they're getting all this, and I got all these people like me, but they aren't happy? How is it? I see all these people going through all this stuff and they're still miserable. I'm in Vegas. You got all these people in the VIPs. You got all these people going out looking all flashy. I'm getting mine. I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm balling, son. You don't even know. All this stuff. And they're still not happy. It's because their priorities are in the wrong place. They place it on things and what other people think about them, but not their purpose. And that is why I created the Simsational Gent. It's about finding your purpose so that you can live your best life. And I want to have these discussions and I want to have these talks with you guys so that you guys can look within yourself and find out, come up with a plan. Neil just said this on his channel, right? Video I watched today about going out and going in your own purpose, finding your own way, despite what people think. Make sure that your purpose is aligned up. If it's not, in love of self, and I don't mean selfish, I mean like loving yourself, like doing things that's right for you, and then wanting to give that to someone else, taking your candle and maybe lighting someone else's. It don't hurt your candle to light someone else's candle. It does hurt your cup when you pour from your cup and you pour into somebody else's empty vessel. You become emptier. They may be fuller, but they're not full. And now you're emptier for it. Light their candle instead of filling their cup. So we got in the chat. Did I miss a lot of stuff? Karen says, I think so. Eleanor says, if we don't try to change, we sure are. We're screwed, Eleanor says. Eleanor says, you never know what another person is going through. You don't, and that's why you shouldn't judge. Try to understand first. The haters always come. It never fails. Without fail, they will come. But when your game is tight, put them all down. Eleanor says, yeah, I had so many people judge me, assume things about me, and at the end of the day, they don't know who I truly am. They don't need to know unless you want them to. And then Lucy says, I'm so sick and infected with, okay. I have to run, Sean. Thanks for everything. Thank you, Karen, for showing up. I appreciate you being here. Eleanor says, exactly. We all have a purpose. Right now, my purpose is to complete my first master creative healing from my own past. Okay. We have a purpose. We do. Some people still have to find it. See, those are goals. That don't necessarily mean that's your purpose. You're still going to have to find what that is. And then Lucy says, sorry I have to duck out. We bought our first home and Ryan made a special dinner. Much love, everyone. Hey, congratulations, Lucy, on the house and everything like that. We all came to the live stream. I was like, where's Lucy? And Lucy taking care of the new house. I'm very happy for you and Ryan and your house and everything. Enjoy your dinner. Tell Ryan I said hi, and I hope you guys have a great and wonderful evening. Okay. So, I enjoy you guys' comments and stuff today. You guys have really, have some good comments. What do you guys think about everything that I said? Do you guys think that we're doomed? I think my mom has called me. I don't think she understands I have a live stream going on. Okay. Good thing I muted that phone because this would be bad. Okay. Whoops. Press send to soon there. Oh, okay, gotcha. And then Eleanor says, congrats to Lucy and Ryan for having their new home. So again, congrats to them. All right, listen. This was just my week. This was just the stuff that I saw this week. This was just the things that bother me. It's not even everything. And I'm sorry I couldn't eloquently put it to you guys today. I'm sorry I don't have more facts and figures for you guys today. It was so much stuff. I just really couldn't get it all the facts and all the figures together and go in more detail. And I don't need to go in detail. You guys go look that stuff up. I'm not BSing you guys. It's out there. The data's out there. You guys can find it. But I do want to bring it to your attention. The things that are happening right now that you guys should be aware of out there watching there in TV land, okay? Understanding that there are more things going on out there than yourself. And until we stop being selfish, until we stop really, thinking about ourselves, until we actually start looking out for others, right? Until we actually start, being empathetic to another person, until we stop thinking about ourselves, till we willing to put in the work, show people our light, and then light other people's candles so they can go off and do the same thing, until we start caring about where we live at and making sure that it's clean and the people around us. See, if you live in a place in your own little bubble and everybody knows your name, that's nice for you, but not everybody lives in that world. Not everybody lives in a place or a situation where they can just escape and be in a nice place. In that video, some of those people that were homeless had a nice job, but the cost of rent is so much. There are people in what I think San Francisco that just to rent a space in a room with 3 or 4 other people cost you $2 to $3 grand a month. People that own these houses are making hand over fist cash. And this is all because businesses made it so that normal folk that live there can't afford to live in this city. And then people say, I'm not gonna go there because I do, and I want to talk about this stuff in that video when I make that video. I think you guys are gonna like it. It should make you angry. It should make you feel something. And I hope that it does. I'm not saying you got to go out and feed all the homeless and stuff like that. I'm not saying you got to go pass out turkeys like Nino Brown. Okay? I'm not saying you got to go do that stuff. But it starts with you. Starts with you. Starts about how you feel about yourself. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't feel that you don't like who you are. Start liking who you are, because there are other people that look at your situation and would like to have that. Be grateful for where you're at. I'm going to leave you guys with a story. All right, let's see what the chat says real quick. There's something I want to give y'all from the book from Will. Okay? I want you to go buy the book, but was there anything? I thought there was another something. Okay. I guess I missed it. Oh, Eleanor says, yes, we can't be successful in this world without each other. So we need to care for one another. No one gets to anywhere without some type of help. I love it when people say, and even I had to check myself on this, when people say, I made it on my own. I didn't have any help. Oh, you didn't? Somebody wiped your butt when you was a kid. Somebody put that diaper on. Somebody fed you. You couldn't do it yourself. So at some point, you had help. And if you live long enough, you might need more help. Okay? So I can't wait to read this book tonight, Will's book. Okay. I don't want to tell the full story, but it's the beginning. It's not the book, right? I will do a review. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but I will want to talk about it in some of the instances in the book. I will touch on that. I will have videos on it. So you will see videos here in the near future where I delve on certain things that we find out. And I think it's important that we look at the life of somebody like Will Smith, because we look at him and we say, this is the pinnacle of being successful. He's a dashing, debonair man, and he's very personable, and his craft, he's really good at his craft, and he makes us feel good. He makes us feel a certain way. And honestly, and I'm not ashamed to admit this, but I listen to some rap, but I'm not real big on rap. I mean, you really have to have really good rap for me to really care. But back in the day, I was one of the few people in New Orleans probably going around with a Will Smith CD listening to his rap because it was fun. And I like that. You know what I mean? I was tired of talking about this, the hood stories. God, I live in it. I lived in the hood. What the hell I want to hear? Somebody feel pain about the hood. I get that. You trying to tell these stories. We've been telling these stories. Ain't nothing changed. You got a dude who's a rapper and he put a goddamn $24 million diamond in his head. Like, I mean, does that even make sense? And something else I didn't even bring up that happened this week, right? That concert. People were so rushing to see, oh, I gotta go see my star. I gotta go see him, Travis Scott. That they trampled each other. They pretty much, people died. People lost their life because they were just didn't even care. You're walking on bodies, man. They were stepping on each other, and people didn't care. And then if you reach down to try to help them, then you probably got trampled on. I mean, like, how was it this disorganized? Why are people trying to just run up and get in there? Was it that they didn't have anything assigned? So when people ran in there, everybody's trying to rush to get to the front? It's probably what happened. I don't know the details. At what point do we say, does this make sense? Flawless Energy says, I'm still here. I'm just filming while it's playing. Oh, all good. Hey, I appreciate y'all being here. Seriously. No, I really do. Okay. You guys have been great. Seriously. And I hope what I'm saying makes sense. I hope what I'm saying is just resonating. Look, I know that some of you all that are watching right now, y'all got y'all lives together. You got your lives straight. You're good people. I get it. But this message is for everyone. This message is for us as humankind. If you're listening to truth right now, it doesn't matter if you notice or whatever, but you also understand that what I'm saying needs to be said. Support that. People need to hear this. People need to stop being selfish. In the book, Will Smith talks about his dad had a wall that was in front of his business. And that wall had a huge hole in it. So the dad was tearing down the section of the wall, right? Tearing down the wall, whatever. And he told Will and his brother, he said, hey, you guys are going to rebuild this wall. I'm going to tear it down. You guys are going to rebuild it. And they're like, oh, man. Can't let that on the screen. They're like, oh, man, why the heck? You know, they're kids, right? But their dad had them go out there every day, make the mortar, make the bricks, level it, and put that wall together, brick by brick. And they did that for a year straight. Whether it was cold, they didn't get no days off, they said. Every day, they laid the bricks. They helped on that wall every day. You can imagine, they live in Philly, West Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground is when he spent most of his days. Okay? So you can imagine, these kids are putting this wall together. And one day, they said, one of them said under their breath, they were like, man, why? This ain't gonna never get done. It's impossible. And the dad went over there and said, listen, your only job is to go ahead and put these bricks there. Focus on those bricks. Focus on putting those bricks up and getting this wall done. Now, his dad told him something else in that statement. And eventually, the light started to come on in Will's head. What he would tell you is that you look at his life and you look at his career and you say, this guy is perfect. This guy has it all. But he worked really hard. He worked really hard for that. But he did it in his life in a very uninspiring way. And I hope what I'm about to say before I end this inspires you. Hear me. When they looked, they saw that wall, and they saw it was like a 10-foot high by 20-foot long. And they looked at the wall, and all they can see when they watch that wall is, this is impossible. It's going to take us forever. This will never get done. The dad could have gotten somebody hired. They probably could have got it done quicker. Men probably could have got that done in like a few days, whereas those kids took a year by making the bricks and doing it all themselves. And what Will's dad told him is that you stop focusing on the wall. Focus on laying that brick, and you lay that brick as perfect as possible. And as Will lays out in the beginning of this book, the preamble to this book, he says, when you look at the wall as a whole, the job seems impossible. But if you go ahead and concentrate on that one brick, I can lay this one brick perfect. And you lay that one brick, and you lay it perfect. And then you go ahead and you take the next brick, and you focus on making that brick perfect. And if you continue to focus on the one brick at a time, you making sure that you do that one brick perfect as you can within your abilities. You don't complain. You lay that brick. Well, if you do that long enough, the wall is complete. They finished that wall about a year later. And their dad had a cigarette in his mouth. Took the cigarette out, threw it on the ground, stomped it out, had his hands in his pockets or on his hip. He looked out at that wall. And that's when Will said he realized that whatever you do in life, if you look at his career, it's a series of well-placed bricks that we look at as the public, and we see the wall that he's built, but he's focused through all the hardships, through all the trials, through all the bad records, through all the bad press, through all the failed movies, through the failed marriage, to the dissent within his family. And he would go, and regardless what happened, he would lay that brick. And we'd make another brick, and he'd lay that brick. And so again, we can look at the wall and the tapestry. We consider it to be, wow, very masterful career. No wonder he's one of the best, and we admire him for it. In your life, stop focusing on the wall. You do your best in the moment. You lay your brick, one brick at a time. And when that brick is laid, you focus on the next one. And you fix that one. You level it, and you lay it down, and you make sure it's correct, and you make sure it's level. And when that one's on there good, you go to the next brick. And eventually, if you're lucky enough to see it, if enough time has passed, hopefully you can see the fruit of your labor and step back like Will's dad did, and you can see the completed wall. And hopefully that wall is not only a blessing to you, but a blessing to others. See, by Will's dad having him to build that wall, he learned a valuable lesson, which led him be as successful as he is, to know that you go out and you lay those bricks, whether it's rain, sleet, or snow, no matter if you felt sick, no matter if you feel tired, no matter what's going on in your life, you feel down, you feel depressed, people don't get you, people aren't talking to you, people are discounting you. You lay those bricks every goddamn day. Eleanor says, yes, it does inspire me. My parents tell me how hard they had worked to get where they are. A lot of people don't want to do that, Eleanor. A lot of people just want to be able to reap the fruits and the benefits of whatever they're doing, and they don't want to put in the hard work. I've had to deal with that recently, someone telling me that. Like I didn't work for where I'm at. I'm not just chilling. I worked to get here. My body, I sacrificed my body, my time, my health to get here. Neil says, I need to check this book out. Absolutely, it's 19 bucks. Came in, I got Amazon Prime, it comes the next day. Wanda says, exactly, one brick at a time. Just do things in sections versus a whole. Work on short-term goals or turn your long-term goals in life. Absolutely, Wanda. And you know what? I find it fitting to tell this story. Again, check out Wanda's channel. The video that I watched today where she had her boys, each of them giving them tasks. And then, I love how she was like, okay, you're going to help me with this. Or you did this. I just, Wanda, I thought that was very wonderful. I thought it was masterful. I thought that was just and I know that as they get older, you're You're gonna give them more discipline. You're gonna have to put more on those boys to learn those lessons, because life isn't gonna give a shit. Life isn't gonna care what's going on with them. Life isn't gonna give a damn that their feelings are hurt, or that they trying to get their goddamn dreams. They're trying to like be the next YouTube star or the next Instagram star or the next TikTok star. Life doesn't care. Life doesn't care about your feelings in the moment. Life doesn't care that you had it hard. Life doesn't care. People don't care. So if you give them that discipline now, and you instill that into them now, and you let them know, look, the only thing that you can do is control yourself, right? These are the things that you control: how you react to people and how you react to situations. Those are the two things that are under your control. And if you teach those boys the discipline that they need to be able to go out and get it done, they will get it done. Eleanor says, this is relatable. I am that way. That's why I have a book of accomplishments. I always look back on the hard days. Go back here and check this channel, The Simsational Gent. I have put out here about coming up with a plan. What's your plan? I have a whole episode, like I think about a month or so back, just a short clip. Make sure you check these videos out, right? In the self-improvements tab, in the self-improvements playlist. And I try to put these in the self-improvements playlist because it should, and I hope that it gives you, even if you know what you're doing, if you need that encouragement, that video is there, because we all could use a word. I could use a word some days. Sometimes I want to hear it. I'm hearing from you guys, and I'm telling you, it energizes me. It makes me want to do more. That's why I put in the time to put in this backdrop and learn how to do some of these things that I've done, because I want to make sure that this is better. I want to make sure that this is an experience that when you come here, that you hear me speak, and that you get something from it, that you're edified by it, that it makes you just feel a little, just make you want to push on just a little bit more. But as we talked about, you got to lay those bricks day by day. Me and Neil talk about this all the time, where he's like, yo, man, you want to get these, you want to get your 1,000 subscribers, you want to get your watch time. And I do, I really do. But at the end of the day, I want people that are dedicated to watching this channel, because it's like, yo, Sean talking about some good stuff here. Okay, Sean cares. I'm telling you this because I care. Could have had this channel be about anything. Okay, I decided to do two channels. One is about health and fitness. The other is about your mental and intestinal fortitude to get things done so that you can be happy and live your best life. And as we talked about, can't nobody make you happy but you. So time to start laying those bricks. Come up with your plan. Know what your purpose is. Know what your purpose is, and then develop your plan, and then execute. And as I wrote in Neil's comment in that video, in the last video, I said, he talked about having vision, but I said that a vision without action is a dream. How many of you guys out there are dreaming? How many of you guys talk about what you're going to do? How many of you guys talk about, hey, I'm going to do it one day. I'm going to get to it one day. I've known a lot of the old folk in my family talking about all the things they're going to do, all the things they're going to accomplish. One day they're going to do this, one day they're going to do that. And now they're not here no more. They never accomplished their goal because they never took the action, or they were waiting on it. You can't just wait on it, okay? I hate when people say, oh, God is going to give it to me one day. God don't give you anything. You got to go out there and work for it. You got to go ahead and put the effort, right? Faith without works is dead. You can sit here and believe all day and have faith all day, but if you don't, your actions don't show that you believe what you're saying, it ain't gonna come to pass, okay? Now, some of y'all might be lucky and that might happen, but that ain't real life. I just told y'all the sinisterness that's going on today in today's society. I told y'all how bad it is. I'm trying to tell y'all, and I didn't even get everything that I saw. I didn't even document all the bull that's going on right now. Life doesn't care. Life don't give a crap about our feelings. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments right now. Let me show y'all something one more time. If you guys haven't seen this, for you guys who just came into the chat, this is the Simsational Gent shirt. I will be working on another one here in the future. So right here we have the hoodie. We have the women's t-shirt. We also have the workout shirt for women. We have the men's tank top. We have another ladies tank top. So the other one was a flowing one, and there's that one. And then there's the regular t-shirt. And then let me show y'all I didn't even show y'all the front. This is just the back. So this living my best life shirt, whatever, right? Y'all see that? Why do they keep switching like that? Right. So that's the front of it. Let's go look at the hoodie real quick. right? Look at the front. And I will be making some more stuff, okay? I think you guys will appreciate it when I show you guys later, but it is what it is. There's a link down in the description. I'm not saying buy it, but I'm just saying just check it out. I don't really care if you do, but if you're watching this as a pre-recorded video, you know, there it is. It is what it is, okay? So I like it. Good shirt and everything. I hope you guys have a great evening. Again, thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm about to go through and go through the chat and thank all my guests. We have enough care to keep pushing and support each other. Yes, that's right, Eleanor. Thank you for being here. Eleanor elaborates. Check out her channel. I want you to check out all these channels of the people that's in here. We have Ms. Amici, okay? And the Michi tribe there. Go ahead and check out her channel. Thank you for being here. We have my boy Neil. I have a story to tell. Make sure you check out his channel. And then you have my friends here at Flowers, Eggs, and Yeast, Cam and Teresa. I'm glad you all showed up. Thank you very much. We had the Lucy in the house from Brick Girls Go Stateside. Make sure you guys check that one out. We also have my friend Karen M from the House of Chill. She has a really good channel. Go check that out. Okay? Am I missing anyone? Let us see. Oh, we also have Cocktail Tony. All right, go check out his channel. Really good stuff there. Thank you, Tony, for showing up today. All right. Who else did we have in the chat today? And then we have Healthy Talia where she stepped in earlier. Make sure you go check all these channels out. These are awesome people, awesome channels. Everybody here is really good people, and I really appreciate the support. Couldn't do it without them, and it makes it really easier to do these live streams when you have that type of support, love, care. And I admire you all. I love you guys' hard work. I love you guys' channel, and I appreciate what you're doing. I just cannot say that enough. Okay, so thank you guys for being here today. I hope you guys have a great evening. And at the end of the day, I want you all to live that.